Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the High Ticket Coaching and Consultant Strategy and Growth Show. So my name is Extus Justin, and if you're watching this interview anywhere else but within our private Facebook community called the High Ticket Client Attraction Insider Circle, definitely come check us out. We'd love to have you. And I think just over the past few days, we've grown to about 7,000 other coaches, consultants, and service writers within the community. So if you're not a part of it, definitely come check us out. And today I want to introduce you to another one of the members of our community, Afito. Welcome, Afito.
Thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be on.
Awesome. It's great having you. So tell myself and the rest of the community, what is that you do?
Okay, so I wear a couple hats. Professionally, I have a background in customer relations, and just about 5 years ago, I moved into higher education, more about like student management, student finance management, stuff like that. But what I'm very passionate about is helping women, supporting women, rising women up to come up and be the best version of themselves. And that's pretty much being a certified women empowerment coach.
Okay, certified women's empowerment coach.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So now what got you down this path?
Of course, I have personal experiences attached to being a women empowerment coach. And also it happened that throughout my own professional career, all I did was helping people. I started as a customer service rep at like a fast food joint, to like a retail store, to like, taking orders over the phone. So it's been there. So at one point I just realized, you know what, I can really impact more people at an individual level if I become a personal empowerment coach. So 2 years ago, I decided to get certified to be a women empowerment coach. And while still doing that, I was still going, still working. I'm still working my 8 to 5 job, but it's mostly just building my skills and building my, building what I need to know and be able to help women and really be there for women. And as women, when we come together, we do amazing things. So that pretty much drives my passion.
Yeah. Awesome. And what's that vision that you're currently building towards at the moment?
What type of what? I'm sorry?
What's that vision that you're building towards at the moment?
Oh, my vision is big. So I have, me and my other like a friend, best friend for years, we have an educational program for youth, right? So that's pretty much to teach youth about the little things that were not taught in school, like how to portray self-image, how to be confident in yourself, how to really, come up for yourself and be resilient. So under that, I specifically pick to be expert in resiliency, because I think that we all have that resiliency in us, if not most, but some people, but we just need to really amplify that, So the last 2 years, I've been very like mastering the resilience in me, because I was a refugee when I came to the States. So as a refugee, I had to really have to show up for myself. Like, I didn't speak a word of English. I didn't know anybody. Moving to a new country, none. So it was a really empowering to actually see myself excel through life. So resiliency is pretty much what I really tap into more. And my vision is having a program for women that are less reserved, meaning that like, they want to do more, but you just kind of like, kind of being around the bush about it, or like just scared to show up, or people are going to judge you, people are going to critic you. So I'm building a program that's really a self-paced program to help women, be at a level of their life to where they are confident enough to show up and do the things that they really want to do in life, professionally or at a personal level.
Yeah, awesome. Good. So what would you say are the key, in terms of, I guess, the key principles you want to really convey? I know you said that resilience is definitely one of them. Are there any more key principles you see that that's just what you're about?
Yes. So my key principle is this: I had to really be adaptable. As a person when we are forced to make changes, we're very quick to like resist that change. So as a refugee coming to this country that I have no idea what is it about, I have to force myself to be adaptable. That's one of my key principles. Be adaptable, to have your mind, kind of for people to have an open mind so people can actually understand where you're coming from, so people can actually follow you. So then after that, it will be more of have an open mind to be able to change. You have to change your perspective. If you want to grow as a person, you have to change your mindset from the positive mindset, from a negative mindset to a positive mindset, and also a growth mindset. That's my second, principle. And then transition, because we can do all we can, like as a coach, and as many coaches out there, we want to be able to guide people, get them to really see their inner self, understand their inner self, make decisions based on those results. We can't give you the answer, but we're here to guide you. But if you're resistant to those changes, how are you gonna come out of that? You're gonna be in the same space that you've been, however long you're gonna be in there. So those are my key principles. Definitely being adaptable, being able to have a growth positive, mindset, and also transition. Because once you pick up those strategies, you have to be able to implement those, after you got those training in place.
Yeah, awesome. Do you have any favorite quotes that you love?
A favorite quote: empower women, empower the world.
Love it.
I know I think like every woman use that, but it's so simple, it's so powerful, and that's my favorite one.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, perfect. So in essence, so what are you currently up to? What do you have going on at the moment?
Thank you for asking. And it's so weird because this pandemic has really driven a lot of people to really focus on, educating yourself. And I have a 3-step of, guide that I created. It's from where are you right now? Are you on the fear zone? Are you on the growth zone? Or are you on the, I know everything zone? So I'm still at the growth zone, where I'm doing like a lot of trainings. I do a lot of workshops, we did that before, like live workshop. Our youth program, we did that in person. We had like 50 people there. And then pandemic happened, and it was so hard to kind of, transitioning online, because you have to really convince people that I'm here to help you. So that is still in progress. But what I've been doing is I have 2 programs that I've been working on. One is almost completed. And being an empowerment coach, it's really hard to put yourself out there to be like, you know what, I need to go for it. I'm preaching this, so I have to own it, right? So I have 2 programs. One is called Go For It. It's pretty much like an empowerment program for women that are less reserved to actually go for things that they really want unapologetically. So you just go for it without apologizing to anybody. That's almost done. And then I have another one coming where it's called So Resilient. It's just pretty much one-on-one roadmap to become more resilient. Or if you wanted to amplify that, you can do that. Mm-hmm. So they are both in works now. But in the meantime, what I'm doing is collecting, trying to build a, relationship, connecting with other people that are open to try out the program once it's finished. So I have created like free resource guides, like a little mini training, because I'm all about mini training. And I love options when people have option to give, you don't have this yet, but I have this for you in the meantime. So I have a free resource guide available to offer through like social media if anybody's open to that. So that's kind of where I'm juggling right now.
Yeah, cool stuff. So what's one story, a question I'd like to ask is in terms of stories, right? So what's one story you could share, or are there any stories you can share from your past that when you share with us that, so that's how you got to being where you are and being the person that you became and being on this journey? Do you have any stories from your past that you could share?
Of course.
Show us.
Yeah, of course. So I'm being called like the option C gal. What does that mean is that whenever whenever I'm in a situation, I give people 3 options. It's the 3 option tools. There's not like A or B, so there's always going to be the middle one. And I base that off of the fact that I'm a middle child. I have an older sister. Mm-hmm. I have a younger sister. My older sister is more traditional African lady. You can't change her mind for nothing. This empowerment coaching, she's not gonna budge. But my younger sister, who was brought up here, know more of like, the know more about the American culture where things are a little bit modern, things are a little bit softer, this is my older sister. But me, I am the middle child, so I go with option C because I will take the traditional way of doing things in Africa, because in Africa household, it's like either my way or no way at all. You either have to listen to me or don't listen to me at all. We were brought up very strict and reject. So that's pretty much, that's just one way. But I look at it like, in order for people to grow, you have to really like teach them to grow. In order for people to treat you correct, like right, you have to like show them how to treat you. So that's where I come in option C, the middle child. Like, I hear you too, but how can we move forward? We can stay doing the same thing, expecting different result, So I will be in a group setting and they're like, oh, there's Afito with her option C. And when I got, like, I was at a training a few months ago, and it was a group training that I will just get more opportunity to like, learn more. And a question came up about some personal related to someone, family member, and they're like, oh, but I tried this and I tried that. And I'm like, well, have you, like, so you tried option A, what happened? What was your solution? What was the result of that? Obviously, you're not happy of the option A, and you tried option B. So what is the solution? What have you come up with? But you're still in the same space. It's the same thing still bothering you. Why don't you just think about this? Would you rather in 3 months from now, thinking back, that you didn't do anything to change your circumstances, versus 3 months from now, thinking back and say, oh, I did something. At least you try to do something and you change your circumstances. Because regardless, time is going to pass us by. So we just have to decide when it comes down to, that particular time, where are we going to be from there? So I always have that option 3 tool that I use with people. And it's just so people take it seriously. People just laugh about it, but I'm like, it works for me.
That's good. That's good. You plan to write a book? Do you have a book on option C, Ian?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a book written about option C, Ian?
You just give me an idea.
Why not, right? I'm telling you, why not?
I will definitely tap into that. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Perfect. Hopefully I see myself in the credits.
Yes, how do you say your name? How do you say your name?
Extus.
Okay, Extus.
Yes.
All right, Extus. Yes, I will definitely remember that.
Awesome. So in essence, I guess, what are you are there any big insights? Because I know as we go through just on our journey as entrepreneurs, we always get these big insights, these big breakthroughs as we go through, whether it's on our own, whether it's listening to somebody else speak, whether it's working with a client or something. We get these big insights and we're like, man, I wish I had either gotten that like when I was maybe say 5 years ago. Why am I just allowed to learn this now? So I guess as you've been on your journey, maybe over the past few days, weeks, have you got any big breakthroughs, big insights?
Of course. Of course. So for me, it's been spiritual, pretty much. I was raised up Catholic. So I was like, okay, I got my fixes in, baptized, communion, marriage, all that great stuff. But then I'm starting to learn more about the inner self, the inner childhood, like what has traumatized me in the past where I can really affect me in the future, like now. And one of those things that I come out is like my assertiveness to seek for help. Because I was not given that mentality that if you don't know what you're doing, you can seek for help. And I mean, I would say it's my family's fault, but I'm about to turn 35, so I can't really, I can't keep blaming them anymore. But this year has taught me to really, the insight that this year provided me is that in order to build yourself, in order to be, impactful to others, you have to lean on people. It's a big thing. It's really big. It is hard to ask people for help for me because it shows my vulnerability. And I'm like, oh no, I'm strong enough. I could do this myself. And throughout my whole entire, younger year, teenage year, I tend to do things on my own. And I started doing things on my own. It could easily be like go out and whatever, socializing, go to the park, go to the museum. And when I was in high school, a teacher really put that into perspective for me. I was having an issue with making any like a tryout, like of a volleyball team. I'm like, well, I can, I have my coordination in place. I got this. And then I was called and they told me, oh, you can't, you're not qualified. I'm like, how is it that I can't be qualified to play volleyball? Like, come on. And then I gave up. And I'm like, I'm not trying out for any more after school program activity anymore. I'd rather just focus on school and, and just move on with my life. And then another teacher, like a month later, approached me. Oh, I heard you try out for volleyball team. Did you make it? And mind you, I'm still trying to struggle with my English. My poor breaking English. I was trying to like tell her, oh yeah, I tried, but I didn't make it. So I kind of give up. He's like, don't give up. There's like also track. I'm like, track? What do you mean track? So all I have to do is just run? I mean, I'm African. I can run. And I told her that, and she was like, "Oh, you're right. You're African. You can run." So I tried out for that, and of course, I got that. Options again, options. So this year for me has taught me to seek for help. It's really taken me out of like my comfort zone and following people that like putting that into perspective. One of the coaching, the coaching person that I follow is Christine Hessler, and she's really good about pushing people to like get to that breaking point and be able to figure things out on your own. And she's really empowering too. Like when I look at her qualities I see in her is resilient, empowering, impactful. Those are what I want for myself. So I figure like having a role model that you can look up to and kind of like pick those traits up and practice them and implement those yourself is very powerful. And that's been my insight this year.
Yeah. And that is so powerful as well. So I know for me, my own journey, especially in entrepreneurship, when you get in there, you think like it's just you and it's the Lone Ranger type. I got to figure everything else out. But when I watch all the different companies, whether it's Amazon or Apple or Facebook, all of the different companies, it's all like, and I think I was interviewing someone a couple of days ago, and one of the things they said was that, because we were kind of having a similar discussion, one of the things they talked about was Tim Cook at Apple right now, and something came in, some issue or something, and the first thing he did was he went to his team and he just forwarded the email to his team and said thoughts, and come from the perspective of like he really didn't understand, so he just led with his team, say, hey, what do you guys think? Because I honestly don't know. But it just goes to show how the way we think things are, right? So when we first get started, we're like, no, what do you mean ask for help? I don't need to ask for help. I can figure this out. Versus realize that, no, if you want to be successful, there's a lot of people around you. And if you're up for it, they will give you the help, but you have to be okay with asking, right?
Asking, yep. You got it. You nailed that. That's pretty much it. It's a really powerful tool. It takes a lot for me to do that this year too. And I have a 3-year-old, almost 3-year-old daughter, but she thinks she's 18, who is like, I think she challenged me too, as far as like, Mommy, I need this. Mommy, can you make me breakfast? Because sometimes you're like, oh, you're just making breakfast just to make, but someone really need your breakfast to survive. So it kind of shows you that you are being needed. So when it comes for you to need someone for somebody, like something for somebody, why not, invest that yourself? So
yeah, awesome. Love it. Now, Afito, if someone wanted to learn more with you and just learn more about what you do, what's the best way for them to be able to reach out and connect?
So right now, everything I'm doing is on social media. And I also have a Linktree is called? Yes, Access as well. But you can find me at Afito Coaching Consulting, which I abbreviated like Afito CCC on Facebook. And also I'm on Instagram as well. Or you could either email me at afitocc@gmail.com. So it's kind of like still I have no website, but I do have a website from our youth program, which is a little bit more advanced than at the level, I could call it, but I'm a more of a simpler coach, so I want to have that personal, individual touch to things. So right now, it's solely like social media.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. And guys, the links to connect back, if you're watching this interview, whether it's on the live or the replay, number one, leave us a comment below. Let us know that you're here and you're watching. And number two, to connect with Afito, and I'll have the link she just mentioned either right above or below this video, so you can just click and get connected right to her. So Afito, hey, again, thank you so much for making the time to be here today and sharing what it is that you do with the community. Do you have any final thoughts before we end?
I mean, I just want to say thank you for the platform. I was nervous for this interview, but it's still one of those things. You have to be resilient to, you know, come from or bounce back from all the challenges. And I'm very appreciative of this platform to be able to do this. So, and if anybody is wanting to know more about, you know, my programs, definitely come, you know, check me out on social media. I'll be happy to answer any question or send out free resources as possible.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Well, enjoy and we'll talk soon, okay?
Okay, thank you. Bye.